When I was a kid, I really saw things as really gray, and like you could almost say I was very pessimistic about like my look on life and like being self-conscious and like my self-image and like how I acted really prevented me from going out there and being myself. I did have a relationship with God, but it wasn't like a close one. I knew he was there, but I never really wanted to like connect with him. I had a lot of fears from school. I was always bullied for how I looked, how I acted, and I felt like I wasn't worth it. I wasn't like good enough. It made me very shy, and it was like it really like made me close off. Like people would try to connect to me, I would kind of be very wary of them. It was always like I was always afraid of like being judged and like being like looked at differently. For around 2 years, my mom would come and help cook at Rizn camp with the mamas, and I would always decide to tag along because I would always hear that like it was Rizn camp and my brothers were there. And when I saw a few of my friends there, they would always say like, "Oh, you should come out and you should next year and you should come and join us." And like all the things that they did and like how they would stay in cabins, and like I really wanted to go, seeing how much fun it was, but at the same time, due to like all my insecurities about like me and how I like how people would judge me, how I behaved, how I looked, it really kind of pulled me away. I talked to like one of my friends, and he said like you should just like forget all these fears and you should just come out and it'll be fun. On the first day, I was a little wary still. I still had those fears, I still had those fixations, but I did slowly get used to it. And on the second day, I started to come out of my shell more. And then on the third day, Holy Spirit night, I made a decision. I made a choice to give my life to Christ. It was the first time I'd ever raised my hands in worship, and it was a powerful moment. I really felt like those fears, those fixations, those self-doubts, I just felt them lifted off my shoulders. I felt more positive, I felt more open, and I feel like I could change for the better. After Rizn camp, it really changed like my relationship with God. I started interacting more in church. I started like going to service. I started taking it seriously, listening. When 2019 rolled around, I decided to go to Rizn camp again. The big defining moment of that camp was Holy Spirit night. And I had a moment where I decided I want to go deeper with my relationship with God and become more intimate, obviously, and to like grow in faith. So I made the decision to get baptized. So the following Sunday after camp was the day I got baptized, and I remember the feeling of just like freedom and cleansing, and that feeling of just like becoming new and like new in Jesus, and that relationship had gone a step further after my baptism. My life right now, it's very good. I'm volunteering more with Rizn. I did production for a while. I'm doing photography right now, and I'm helping out in kids on Sundays. I've been joining out quite a few YCGs and connecting with kids and leaders alike, and like becoming friends with them and connecting them on a basis where like we can talk to each other about our problems and help each other out. My connection with God has grown completely. It's evolved from like the past 2 years to from like a small basis to like me and him are like connected, and I can talk to him like anytime I need to. And if I do ever fall back into those state of like, I guess like self-doubt, he'll always be there to pick me back up and put me on the right path.